Hello, what's up? Welcome back to Books and Breakdowns, episode 6. So, this month I actually wanted to work with Shakespeare summaries because that is one of the goals I had set while starting with this channel. Today, you're going to get a bedtime story via Hamlet. Now, see, the thing with Hamlet is I know it's the most popular play in the world, and at some point, someone or the other in the world is performing Hamlet. We all know Shakespeare's amazing, blah, 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 blah. But what we don't know is how good and dramatic his plays actually are. So in this video, what you're going to get is an easy summary of Hamlet. So the next time you can go to a dinner party, especially if you're with an intellectual crowd, and be like, oh, ha, 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 like Hamlet does. Oh, or as Ophelia does. Let's get to it. Hamlet starts off with basically a surprise Hamlet. It's a play about revenge. Hamlet comes back from university, okay, and he finds out that his dad has died. Yeah, his dad's died, and now his mom, Gertrude, has married off his uncle, who is now, because Hamlet is also the Prince of Denmark, that means he's the future king of Denmark, and now his uncle has married his mother. Yeah, I know. Pretty bad, pretty serious. Yeah, so that's what happens. So Hamlet comes back, and all these people, because everyone's a subject to the king and all of that, so they're all just like, oh my god, whoa, like everything's so normal, everything's so normal. But in reality, Hamlet's the only one going like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Does no one see this? Does no one actually see how messed up things are? And that's when it starts. Then Hamlet gets this ghost of his father, okay? And this ghost comes and tells Hamlet that his father did not just die of natural causes, his father was murdered by his father's brother. And now Hamlet's like, okay, cool, this is a ghost. Like, what do I do? This is kind of weird. So he takes his couple of buddies, and they also see the ghost, and they're like, oh my god, like, oh, this is like really bad. Like, what the hell? So now Hamlet, instead of doing, a normal thing, which is either just taking or having a conversation, Hamlet decides to make a play about it. Hamlet's such a theatre kid and a whiny one. I love him. But so now what Hamlet does is that he kind of makes this play about it, and he's like, oh, I will make this play, and if my uncle has this guilt on his face, then I'll know it's him because I can't really ask him. And so then Hamlet's like, cool, I'll do this. And a subplot, what you do need to know is Hamlet is doing bang bang boom boom with this girl called Ophelia. Ophelia's father works with the king as, let's just call it secretary right now. And Ophelia's brother, Laertes, just basically has left. Okay, he's like gone sailing or something. He's just left. Now, what happens is that Hamlet does this play, and in this play he realizes that, oh my god, the king got up, and he's just like, oh my god, I know, it's true, the conspiracy is true, my father was murdered, and he's like, now I have to do something. So he goes, confronts his mother, queen. He goes and confronts Gertrude, and then he sees this person behind the curtain, and Hamlet goes and stabs the person. Turns out, it's Ophelia's father. Da, 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 da. That's right. Now Ophelia's father's gone. The king, Hamlet's uncle, Claudius, he does know what's kind of happening, but he knows how much Gertrude loves her son. So he's like, you know what, Hamlet, why don't you run away? Because otherwise you'll be dead. So Hamlet runs away. It turns out, alongside, poor little Ophelia drowns herself in her. It's really sad. Poor girl, honestly, poor girl. And now Hamlet is like strutting away. He's like, okay, cool, I'm out of Denmark. And like, oh, wow, this is pretty cool. Now what happens is that Hamlet is at this graveyard. You all must know that, like, the skull picture of Hamlet standing like this. And so he's at this graveyard, and he finds out the person they're burying is royal. And then he finds out it's Ophelia. I know. So now Ophelia is obviously dead. Hamlet comes and mourns over her. And that's when Laertes, Ophelia's brother, is there. So Hamlet and him basically challenge themselves to a duel. It's the fifth act. The king, Claudius, wants to kill Hamlet. Hamlet wants to kill them. Laertes wants to kill Hamlet. Everyone wants to kill each other. Claudius, the king, poisons a cup, which he thinks he'll give to Hamlet so that no one gets to know that it's poisoned, and then Hamlet dies in the middle of the duel. Laertes poisons a sword to kill Hamlet. So if the sword touches Hamlet, Hamlet dies. Now what happens is that in the duel, Hamlet wins the first round of the duel, and the king is like, oh my god, I'm so happy for you. Why don't you have a sip of wine? He doesn't. His mother does. Gertrude, she dies. That's when Hamlet realizes something's wrong. But at the same time, Laertes, the other person in the duel, has taken the sword and hit him. So Hamlet is now poisoned too, which means Hamlet's gonna die. Now Hamlet sees that the mother's dying, which means he realizes that the glass was poisoned for him. So he goes after the king. But then Laertes is coming to him. Hamlet exchanges the sword with Laertes, poisons Laertes. Laertes goes, then finally goes to the king, takes the sword, poisons him, and makes him drink the rest of the poison drink. Everyone dies. Come on, that's a pretty dramatic story. And the language is incredible. I mean, it's Shakespeare. There's so much pressure of just trying to understand Shakespeare that hopefully this video becomes a first step into you knowing a little bit of Shakespeare, or you familiarizing yourself with Shakespeare. Because the plot is great, the language is great. It's a little overwhelming, but it's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. And for the next video, we're gonna actually be doing Macbeth. So yeah, I guess see you guys. Thank you. And like, share, subscribe.